works. That's right, man. And Salaki, and that goes, and that partially goes into I think it was Romans chapter 1, the scripture we brought in earlier, man. When knowing the judgment thereof, that they go into these things and then have joy or pleasure in them that do that also do it, man.
Right.
So those ministers of righteousness, falsely so called,
Right.
Because they're not ministered righteousness, and then they have that image of abomination and desolation, man.
That's right.
What we got?
What we got?
Yeah.
Damnable heresies out here, man.
Y'all Christians?
Low key, I took church my cousin got baptized today.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You Christian too?
Big time.
Does God have a chosen people today?
Oh, well,
God-
do you wait first, if you don't mind?
No, select it.
Actually, can God do a cornrows on me? No?
Is anything too hard?
Yeah, ain't
for
nothing
the
too
Lord?
hard for y'all.
That's,
Okay.
as it is written.
What are we out here preaching?
So we preaching the truth of the Bible, man. We're preaching. We're not preaching. What do you
You
call
skate?
it? Universalism.
You guys skate?
I do.
Let's see a kickflip. Bring it on.
No,
Then
I'm
break it
not
down.
here for
No?
following. I'm here to do, do
Lord's
the
work.
word right now.
Shit,
amen,
loads work.
So let's get down to it. So we don't preach universalism.
Okay.
That's saying that that everybody's gonna be saved.
Okay.
No matter what nation. Because
Yeah.
will you bring it out? I think Matthew.
I got a verse.
Okay, bring it out.
This
Can
is.
I snag a picture with you guys?
Yeah, go for it.
Look. Snag one out.
All right.
Ready?
Hey, we're looking good.
Looking good. Yeah.
All right.
We're gonna get a drink. We'll be back, okay?
Come save it for me. Save it. Save it.
What?
But I had a verse, so I'm still bringing it up.
Yeah, bring it out, brother.
All right, this is the book of St. Matthew, chapter 7, and verse 13. Enter ye at the straight gate, for wide is the gate, and broad is the way that leadeth to destruction. And many there be which go therein.
Brothers, what way are y'all walking right now? Hey, that's a broad way, brother. Where does it lead, brother?
Broad is the way. Broad is the way that leadeth to destruction.
Brother, come home back to law, statutes, commandments, man. The covenant of our forefathers.
Because straight is the gate, and narrow is the way which leadeth unto life.
That's right.
And few there be that find it. So it can't be the 2.3 billion damn Christians and Protestants on the earth, man. It can't be that. It can, like the wide gate can't be Christianity and Catholicism.
Did it say many were chosen?
It said many was chosen too. It said few be there find it.
But it said many were chosen right there?
It don't say many was chosen right
I
here.
know, so it said many were called.
Come on.
Few were chosen. You know? So you might actually be lucky if one of those blessed enough to come to that oasis. But how many are gonna drink? How many is gonna come to the fountain of the river that flows from the throne of God and drink, man? You come over there and you probably lift your nose up at it. Bring it out.
This is the book of St. Matthew, chapter 11, and verse 16. But whereunto shall I liken this generation? It is like unto the children sitting in the market and calling unto their fellows and saying, We have piped unto you, and ye have not danced. We have mourned unto you, and ye have not lamented.
Do you two believe in God?
Oh, you're her king. She don't care. Them girls are goddamn troll, man. Goddamn.
Yeah, I was like, man.
Goddamn troll. No, if anytime you want to bring up something, you can bring it out, brother. My bad. I was
Nah,
just
you
trying
did
to,
all right.
I was just trying to,
You believe in God?
Yeah.
Yeah. You mind if we ask you some questions?
Sure.
So first of all, what if you have one? Do you have a denomination? What denomination are you?
I'm pagan.
A pagan?
Yeah.
But you say you believe in God.
Yeah, I do.
So what pagan God is this?
More than one of them.
More than one of them.
Where are you? Are you guys Black Hebrew Israelites?
Hebrew Israelites.
Okay, yeah. Okay.
So
Yeah. I'm familiar.
you familiar a little bit?
Yeah, I was watching the thing on Yahweh Ben Yahweh just about a week ago or so.
That's that big head guy.
Yeah.
No, big head dudes are cool.
That's
That's the dude that created all the white people.
Yeah, you trying to.
oh yeah,
that's-
with rat DNA in the damn cave. Oh, I mean in his basement or something like that.
Test tubes, you know.
That's madness, man.
Yeah.
That's madness.
Straight madness.
So that's the kind of things that people eat up in the latter days, man. When someone's so-called, in the original sense, woke, man. That's not that only goes to show your lack of understanding, man. That's all. Lack of understanding. That's utter folly. Let's bring that out. You had something on that?
No,
Okay.
He said he was pagan. So
First he said he was pagan. Let's bring it out. Exodus chapter 20, verse 1. We got to get it. Or we can go to the book of Leviticus. I think that's chapter 18, verse 1. When he said, no God.
Fine.
You know, I like that one.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 20 and verse 2.
Bring it out.
I am Yahweh thy power, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage. Thou shalt have no other gods before me.
Go to book of Deuteronomy chapter 4. Where you said the wisdom inside of the nations. Let's get that.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 4 and verse 6. Keep therefore and do them, for this is your wisdom and understanding in the sight of the nations, which shall hear all these statutes and say, surely this is a great nation and is a wise and understanding people.
So that's how we're going to be a wise and understanding people in this thing. It's by keeping the laws, man. And the law teaches us that that we are to have no gods before the living God, man. Bring that out in all nations shall. It said he shall teach us of his laws. What is that? Book of Joel? Is that Joel? Right?
He shall teach us of his.
Yeah. Let's go up to the house of the Lord. All nations shall go up to the. What is that Isaiah?
Zechariah.
Zechariah. Okay, Salaki.
Con,
So
got that.
let's bring it out, man.
All right. This is the book of Zechariah, chapter 8 and verse. Let me see. See, shall increase. Let's go up before the house of the Lord. This is the book of Zechariah, chapter 8 and verse 23. Thus saith Yahweh Tazabah, in those days it shall come to pass that 10 men shall take hold out of all the languages of the nations, even shall take hold of the skirt of him that is a Jew, saying, we will go with you, for we heard that God is with you.
That's right, man. So the Lord is with us, man, and He's instructing us to keep Him as the only God, right? Not many gods. Get that out of the book of Daniel. Remember when they brought a bunch of food and they set it before them, but Daniel said we're gonna eat of our meat. Yeah, bring that out, man, because they wanted us to eat of whatever meats. They didn't say it was profane or abominable if they were sacrificing to idols. It didn't explicitly say, but we know the meats of the Lord is better, man. Which at the end of the day, when it gets down to the meats of the Lord, of what we often speak about, is of the dark sayings, the mysteries of the word, and the prophecies of the latter days, or in other things, man. Because there's some other things that are actually neat for the brothers that are not so easy to understand. Like when it goes into the operations of the Levitical orders that was taking place on at the tabernacle of God, man. Because if you made the wrong mistake, man, if you didn't wash or didn't do something correctly, hey, the Lord could put you to death potentially.
All right, man, I gotta go. You guys have a good one.
Yep,
right,
Shalom, man. Bring that out though for the camera.
I got that one word Nebuchadnezzar told Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego to
eat, right?
to serve. It says, serve my gods and worship the image which I have set up.
Oh, really? Okay, that's that too. But there was a thing too. That might be in the Apocryphal version.
Because well, in Daniel 3 is basically when Nebuchadnezzar told them to basically reverence the golden idol he set up and to, go listen to the music and eat the food. And he said, if your God will save you out of this, I'm going to put you into the furnace. And that's when they got thrown in the furnace.
I was thinking about the one when you said that they wanted them to eat because they didn't want them to be before. I thought Nebuchadnezzar. They didn't want them to appear a certain way before him, but they said, no, we'll eat. You know, we'll eat our own thing, and they ate that, and then they started to prosper from that food and not from any other way.
I know what you're talking. I just forgot a big thing.
I thought it was in in the book of Daniel. I don't think it's in Bel the Dragon. Right? It's not in that one, right?
Writing on the wall. Yeah, that's the only time. That dude was a damn pagan. I don't know. I thought he said he was Christian.
Yeah, he kind of went back.
I want that aloof ass couple to walk back up here though. They were just having the time. They life in here. Probably just doing drugs, just having fun. Think life is a damn game. She's gonna take a picture in front of the damn prophet.
A spectacle. Remember? You might treat us one way, like right now, but hey, wait till later,
If
man.
she didn't have a husband, she probably would goddamn leave that man the way she was on the damn prophet just now.
Yeah, should have jumped on the prophet.
Yeah.
Hey man, they likely to do that. You wait till those brothers that elect men are really out here, man, flying around and come down. You think the Gentile ain't gonna try to jump on that brother? Trying to get up out of there? Want to take on the skirt of that Jew? That's what they gonna try to do.
That's when he say, I will place in the midst of thee a poor and afflicted people, and they should trust on me. And that Zephaniah, that goes into how the other nations are literally gonna trust in Yahweh and trust in those elect men and trust in the only begotten Son. You know, they're gonna take hold to him that is a Jew. They're gonna take hold of the covenant. Not that the covenant was made with them, but they're gonna take hold of the covenant that we're gonna instantiate in the whole world.
So this is the scripture I was referring to.
Con.
Book of Daniel, chapter 1, reading from verse 5. And the king appointed them a daily provision of the king's meat and of the wine which he drank, so nourishing them 3 years, that at the end thereof they might stand before the king. Now among these were of the children of Judah, Daniel, Hananiah, Mishael, and Azariah, unto whom the prince of the eunuchs gave names, for he gave unto Daniel the name of Belshazzar, and Hananiah of Shadrach, and to Mishael of Meshach, and to Azariah of Abednego. But Daniel proposed in his heart that he would not defile himself with the portion of the king's meat, nor with the wine which he drank. Therefore he requested of the prince of the eunuchs that he might not defile himself. So those things, and we know what defiles a man, abominable meats, man. And then he said also of the king's wine. That's the king's doctrine. What is the doctrine of this present evil of the king today? You know? Bring it out.
This is the book of Esther, chapter 3, and verse 8. And Haman said unto the king Azurius, there is a certain people scattered abroad and dispersed among the people in all the provinces of thy kingdom. And their laws are diverse from all people. Neither keep they the king's laws, therefore it is not the king's profit to suffer them. So right there, man, you got Haman, who got down the Agagite, damn Edomite, saying that, man, these Israelites, man, they're keeping a different law than everybody in the province.
That's right, man.
Showcasing that we don't keep the same laws as these other nations, man. Just the way it is, man. Because everyone, and this is a cut too, because Yahweh severed us from the people. It says in Psalms 147 that his law and his statutes he showed to nobody else, but he showed only unto the prophets. Yeah. So that spirit and that same likeliness is gonna just be traveling with us in a way, like through our practices and through the culture that we're keeping. We're different than people, man. Israel is the former of all things, man. It says Israel is the former of all things, or Jacob is the former of all things. It's one of them. And this is how we know that, you know, Yahweh also wasn't a God or a deity of everybody. The God in the Bible is all about separatism and being separate and serving away from people. And the only begotten Son, who they call Jesus Christ, he's doing the work of his Father and the will of his Father. So if the Father has those same notions, the Son will also have the same notions.
Man.
Yeah, come on, no.
Psalm 147, verse 19. He shewed his word unto Jacob, his statutes and his judgments unto Israel. He hath not dealt so with any nation. And as for his judgments, they have not known them. Praise ye the Lord.
That's right. So these nations are not going to know the judgments of Yahweh and understand the dark sayings. They'll see on us that the laws we keep, because back then you couldn't really differentiate yourself if everybody was a dark-skinned person, but the way you differentiated yourself was the way you walked, the culture you kept, and the things you practiced. You know, I think it says in Sirach, the way of a man is known in his gait and the way that he talks. And gait goes into the clothes that you're wearing, the way that you walk, the culture that you're keeping. That's what it says in Sirach. So a man is known for his gait and his appearance. Even Yahushua, let your light shine before men, so that men may glorify your Father which is in heaven. You have something?
You know, let's think about Yahushua, and Yahushua is the king, remember?
Fine.
So that's how we know him, man. So we got to be conformed to his image and not to this present evil world. Otherwise, you've separated yourself. That's why we've been called out of Babylon, man. And where are we gonna go? We can't. There's no way to physically go right now, you know, technically, but we go into that spiritual tower, man, and we get conformed to the image of his Son, the gate. You know, be known by the gate. That's how we'll know. That's how as the Lord said, try them by the Spirit. That's how you you might be sifted out of this thing, man, because you're not conformed to the image. So you can